This hat is literally giving me life. Good morning. Happy Saturday. You know what's funny? They should sell this hat just low key on Amazon or wherever because it does a lot of movement and it's just wires in there. There's like no actual mechanical parts. It's just wires and cotton. Good morning, Leslie. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Oh, yeah. We got up at 8. My husband and my son are doing some activities, and my daughter's asleep. And I'm down here as an elf. Yeah. Good morning. Um, Today I'm going to be working on in Patreon. We're doing the Sienna bag from Simply Classic, and I'm going to be working on some modifications I think that they want, so I could present them the bag on Monday. So I'm pretty excited. I love doing Chris's bags. I feel like she gets a lot of great inspiration and creates something that is truly unique. So I'm going to be doing the Sienna today. Um, I'm actually really excited because I'm pulling some different elements from different bag designers to put into this bag, and I'm hoping that it will just be like chef's kiss when I'm done. Um, so I'm doing that, and I'm also prepping to do a strike for tomorrow. So what like prep work to me is super important, and it takes me a very long time to do. Like a very long time to do. Anyone that has like duoed me, called me, FaceTime me when I'm working, they can tell you this is where I spend most of my time at is prep work. The hat I got from Amazon. If you put in elf costumes, this is I got this snazzy thing. This because Kendall said elf and not Mrs. Claus or the Santa Claus or anything, even Jack the Pumpkin King. But I got the elf. So I'm Nova the disgruntled elf. Just plain I'm Nova the naughty elf. I like that better. um, so yesterday I went live and I made the Bertram bag by Simply Classics. I used her leather kit, and if you're not aware, she has leather kits that you can get that are you don't need to skive and that are kind of domestic friendly. They're thinner than some of the vinyls are out there, and this is a very beginner friendly bag. Now, this is her leather. I did laser engrave on it. If this is coming out backwards, it says we're all stories in the end. Just make it a good one, eh? If you don't know, now you know. Matt Smith is my favorite doctor. Matt Smith is my favorite everything when he's in it. He's a total swing, and I don't know. He's a gift from God. Like chef skins. so, um, so I made it my favorite doctor. I wanted to have a Doctor Who, but like in your face, but not in your face. If you don't know, I love making fandom bags, but I love making them like low key classy. So this is the front, and on the back we have this really cool zipper pocket, and I did an emblem in the back. But when you unzip it, you have this really cool hidden Doctor Who. And this particular fabric is really cool because it has Dragon Con on the floor. And if you're not familiar with Comic Cons, Dragon Con is one of the biggest Comic Cons that we have in the US. It lasts for 4 days, and it's just everything that you possibly could like, whatever TV shows, whatever comic books, whatever mangas, whatever books that are sci-fi or fantasy, they usually have some kind of thing inside it, like inside of this this big uh this big Comic Con. And their floor, the carpeting of the floor is this. So the person who designed this particular fabric did it with Doctor Who's police box, and it was chef's kiss. So I normally put really pretty fabrics like this only on outside pockets because they're going to be seen a lot more. On inside pockets, I usually use regular cotton, or this is where I use the water resistant or waterproof canvas so I can save money in little locations. But outside pockets, I'll go all out and show really beautiful fabrics because it's going to be seen. It's the first place someone opens up when they're inspecting it. So we did a couple of small modifications in this. We have in the pattern, they top stitch, we understitch, so that way our our recessed zippers are like about face and not doing the bowed in. I like when the recessed zippers sit up. Some people like it when it's bowed in. I think it looks like it's more closed and harder for a pickpocket to try to get in when it is about face. I don't know what is sturdy, solid. There's a lot of different words. So we did that. And then when you open it, oh, I did forgot to tell you, she did this really cool thing. So the D rings, the connectors are on opposite sides. So they're not in the seam allowance, which I appreciate. I see a lot of designers sometimes. There's only a handful of designers that Shannon from Not a Thread is one of them that has like in her design where you have like a missing area where you can put the rivets where you stop and start, and there's like an open space for you to put the rivet in so it does not disturb the seam allowance so your bag won't fall apart. But some designers don't do that, and your bag seems to fall apart if you disrupt and you break the thread chains, because you lock them in, and now you're disturbing it if you put this in the middle and put a rivet through it. So she has one on one side and one on the other side, and I truly appreciated that because I don't see that enough. Unless you're doing like a kind of Shannon's method that she has, I think I want to say it's on her Tuesday Tote expansion pack. If it's not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that she has a opening like where you sew down, and then there's like a half inch where you don't. It's like on either side, and there's a small opening where you can put a rivet in so that way it doesn't disturb the line of stitching so your bag won't fall apart. And that was one of my favorite things on that she did in her bags. It's to me again, it's the little things that really make a bag to me. That's why I like getting patterns because you get to learn so much from different designers. So she has that. So when you open this up, I have another Doctor Who zipper pull. When you open this up, we have a nice zipper pocket and a slip pocket, and that the slip pocket is where I decided to put my my badge, or my like little, yeah, just like my little badge. On this side I put a Geronimo tag, and I think that this is a nice place to put it. You can put your bag tags on the exterior or in the interior. I've been loving putting them on the interior or on the side if there's enough depth on the side. And sometimes I've been putting them also on the actual strap. It's just I like to put them in different locations. Right now it's kind of fun, like where's Waldo kind of scenario. I know a lot of people like to put them in the front, but the great thing about these cool magnets, it kind of draws a lot of people's attention. So when I'm at conventions and people are trying to buy bags from me, this might draw this person's attention faster than this. So they'll see the TARDIS and they're just like, oh wow, where did you get that? And it looks really crisp, very professional, and it draws them in. So I try to put my name tags on or my badges, whatever you want to call them, in different locations. So it's not right in front of someone's face, especially if I have some kind of tag. Or a cute tag that's like from Heartwood and Hyde, like a little mermaid tag or something. I try to put those in the front so that way I can stay authentic to the thing that I'm trying to provide to the bag. So I really love this. We went over some like different tacking techniques that you can do for this without putting any rivets in. And I showed some techniques how I pin stuff, because I recently, the reason why I did something with the pins is recently I was watching someone's um I was watching someone's live, and they were like my pins kept bending, but I was watching them like weave the pen through the fabric. And I'm like, no, you have to weave the fabric through the pen, and that's how you keep your pens nice and straight. Um, and it's just something that I learned from my abuelita. It's just something that I do. I have pens that are like, I promise you, that are older than my daughter, that are perfectly straight. My eldest daughter, that are perfectly straight because you weave the fabric through the pen, not the pen through the fabric. Just kind of like when you do freestanding lace, when you let it to air dry out, how sharp your pins have to be. You put them at a angle, and if you do it straight on, you go break the line of stitching and all that stuff. There's a lot of techniques with pens. I can do a video on them if you want to, whether it's garment, bag making, quilting, doing lace or whatever. I know freakishly a lot about pens for whatever the reason maybe. um, so yeah, we made this, and it took about 2 hours and 30 minutes from start to finish. You get to hear Loki complain to me for like a long period of time. I don't ever he had his vaccinations shots and his flu shot this week, and ever since he had it, he's just been kind of grumble, grumble, grumpy. And he just came down just to argue with me. And you guys get to hear that not once, not twice, but I think three different times. And I'm trying to soothe him, like, go upstairs and be with your sister. And like Roxy was like, I'm not playing with him today. And I'm just like, really, Roxy? Like, you're the oldest. You know I'm doing a lot. It wasn't, I thought I was gonna be disturbed by like an Amazon or a FedEx package. No, it was Loki. And he was really talking, so you get to hear him do his little bird calls, the whole 9 yards. The joys of life. So if you are team Loki, you get to hear him in that. And it's like you're not missing anything because he comes in like 3 different times without any, "Hey, baby, here, pop up, here, no Loki," none of that. He just comes out of nowhere. And I'm like, you hear me literally say, "Oh my goodness," or "Oh God." Because you can hear him. He sounds like a grown man coming down into the basement. And I'm like, what is it this time? So, all right. So, without further ado, for the Sews for the Sews enthusiast Amazon wish list, we're gonna go on to day 11. Yesterday I showed you the butt pillow, and today I'm showing you something a little bit different. If you have been to any of the workshops with me or whatever, you know that I'm a big enthusiast about hand care. We are we're using these no matter if we're quilting, pinning, like turning a bag, binding a bag, anything. We're using our hands a lot. And one thing I love to do is I love paying attention to people, and I would like to I think I'm really good at details. And one of the things about details is I notice people that are good with details are very observant. So Nancy Notions, may she rest in peace, she before she would go on and to show us any of her sewing quilts or sewing a garment or making place mats or whatever, the first thing she would do is put lotion on her hands. Okay, another person that does this is Anne, by Annie. But if you watch any of her videos, the first thing she does is she throws lotion on her hands. The reason why they do this is when you're working with cotton wovens, it draws all the moisture out of your hands. I noticed that a lot of us that are in this industry have either gel dip or acrylics, some kind of powder, or like even if the people have like my nails are natural, we have like something like clear nail polish or something on it because it's taking the moisture out of our hands, and we notice that our nails can be brittle or they break. And I think nail health is very important. And I can't afford to get a manicure every week, let alone because I know my nail polish does not last. Christine can attest, I complain all the time about how my nail polish chips. And her being a former nail tech and she still does her own nails, I come to her like, hey, how can I make it not chip? Or I tried this nail polish, and she listens to me rant, and she's being a godsend by giving me tips. I know I have a lot of people in here that are nail techs now or former nail techs. Please sound off with anything you know about hand like care and nail care. So with that being said, this is day number 11. This is the Essie nail oil. This nail oil has like apricot oil, sunflower seed oil, all different kinds of oil. And the reason why I picked this one is because of the way it sits. It has a roller ball on it, and all you have to do is gently glide it on. And as you can see, it's on my nails. I think you don't have to put it on before. You can do it after if you wish, or before and just rub it in. And usually with things with sunflower seeds and apricot oils, absorb into your skin relatively fast, and they're like a more of a dry oil, and it's not going to leave a residue or anything onto your your fabrics. But just keep in mind, this is something. Oh my god, that smells good. Sorry. Sorry. So just keep in mind that when we are working with these fabrics, especially like polyester bases or PU, it takes so much moisture out of our hands, our cuticles, everything. So we need to do whatever we can to protect that because our hands are our lifelines in this career. So I have this on here. I'm going to put a affiliate link to Amazon. This product is, I believe, $10. Essie is a really known well brand for having like not the gel nail polish that you cure underneath the light, but a gel nail polish that you can wear for 8 to 10 days when you use their system. And they're a really good brand. I am a huge fan of them. I'm actually wearing right now. They have this one called like I think it's called Belle, not Belle, what Sleeping Beauty, and I put their matte top coat on it, and it's like I'm loving it right now. They're the one of the rare, very rare nail polishes that I can get at least 3 to 4 days out of it without, like, it chipping. So yeah, yeah, you're like, "What nail polish color are you?" I weirdly get this a lot. My husband told me to start putting the nail polish colors because I do change my nail polishes like rare like often. It was funny because somebody said, when in one of my swoon patterns, the videos, I was wearing this like really cool, like neon green color nail polish, and they were like, "What nail polish color is that?" And I'm like, it was from like 2 years ago. I was like, I legit don't know. But I do change my nail polish colors often. And also if you do change your nail polish or if you're going to get manicures, make sure you do hydrate your cuticles. Even if you're getting the Russian manicure or whatever, you need to like moisturizing is key. Like if you're going to put it on your face, your cuticles need it too. So I wanted to do something that again it may be something good to have in your room. I have this in my room. I have lip balm in my room. I have a lot of weird things in my room, and especially if I'm going to be in here for hours on end, I don't like having hangnails and things like that. And a way to prevent that is something with like a cuticle oil and having these roll-on ones that like have apricot or sunflower seed oil. They dry into your skin relatively fast, and so it leaves no residue. So you're not like it's not touching your cotton and it's absorbing or whatever. So it's just something to think of. I'm going to put the link in there. If you buy it from the link, I get a small kickback. But if you follow it on the link, you can see all the oils and make sure that you're not allergic to anything. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. It smells really good. It's not like a strong smell. And I'm usually like, I get headaches from different smells, but it's like very light. Like it smells like fruit. So yeah, it just answered your question. Yeah, it is a Essie color, and like it's part of their like. I got it. I know I got this like a year ago. They had like their versions of Princess, and I got Snow White and Sleeping Beauty. That those are the two I got. I was trying to get Cinderella, but I sold out. Just like if you are into nail polish colors, go to OPI. They have a Wicked colors. The Wicked colors are eating. Like seriously, go to OPI. The Wicked colors, and they have a 3-point system too, like a base, regular, and a top coat. And they swear that you can have this freshly painted manicure for like 10 days. I have not tried their trifecta of their nail polish because generally when I get a base coat or a top coat that I like, I don't vary it from it. But sometimes I do. I might try it. My favorite base coat is from I think it's Mila, Mila. It's like a little elephant. You get it at Target and it's called What the Gel. And That's my favorite one. It also has, like, a nourishing theme, and they have a really good top coat, and my favorite matte top coat is from Sally Hansen. Um, Sally Hansen, it's, like, hard as nail, but the matte dries so fast. Like, it's, like, ridiculously fast. So I when you once you get, your favorites, and you stick to them. But watching the Wicked I watched the Wicked nail polish launch from one of the nail brand influencer, and I kinda want all the colors because it's the Wizard of Oz. Think about it. Just think of the Wizard of Oz. They have Follow the Yellow Brick Road. They have, like, all these different colors that are freaking amazing, and OPI is very similar to Tula Pink. They'll make nail polish, and once it's done and it's sold, they don't remake it. They're on to the next project. So, I highly suggest if you're a person that does your own nails, or even if you do your own toes, or you do your kids or your grandkids or your sister's nails, and you're, like, always looking for different nail polish, go look at the OPI Wicked collection, and you're welcome. So, 'cause I was like, "These colors are bad." All the colors are good. There's, like, not a color in there I wouldn't wear. Like, even the pink ones, and I don't like pink. So, yep, that is it, my friends. I am gonna start, cutting out the sienna and start working on it, and if you have any questions on anything that I talked about today, just leave them in the comments. And nail tech people are nail people that are going to school, have been to school, have worked in the industry, that are not a part of the industry anymore. If you just are really good at doing your natural nails, sound off and put comments on what you think is good to keep your cuticles looking fresh and not have hangnails, because your comment might help somebody else that might be suffering and are too like intimidated or too shy, and they're afraid not to speak up. I know I was like that, and I had no idea. The reason why I'm like all about cuticle oil is because I asked a sewist who shall remain nameless about how her hands and her nails look always on point, and she has natural nails, and this was like 10 years ago, and she told me cuticle oils. She gave me a list of different cuticle oils, and I started spiraling, and she's absolutely correct. Cuticle oil was key for me because these machines and what we deal with is, ooh, it sucks the life out of our hands. So, sound off. Let's help other people out. So, thank you, Christine. I hope everyone has a really awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow. Stay whimsical. Bye.